Well, the size of the practical nursing program gave me just enough time to get a little bit nervous. But before I begin my address, I want to share a little bit of a secret. I purposely did not tell my family that I was going to be giving a valedictorian address today, and the lights make it impossible to see where you guys are sitting, so wherever you are, surprise! To begin my address today, I'd like to ask you to take a look back 10 years. To coin a phrase from my favorite Golden Girl, Sophia, picture it, Calgary, 2004. Where were you? Were you even in this city or this country? What dreams did you have? Where did you see yourself 10 years down the road? If we're honest, most of us probably didn't picture ourselves here as graduates, and I know that I didn't. But life is full of surprises. It doesn't always take us where we expect to go. And this doesn't mean that we have failed to meet our goals. Instead, I like to think it means we have kept our lives open to change. The very fact that we are here today as graduates shows that we invited change, pursued it even. At some point, we had an experience or an epiphany that made us want to better ourselves. And then before we knew it, the wheels were in motion and we were returning to school and standing in that ridiculously long Tim Hortons line. As our lives shifted and evolved, so did our desires, our relationships, and our end games. I personally have not always handled change so well, and I still don't sometimes. But I think many of us experience anxiety surrounding the unknown. You know all too well those sweaty palms and those sleepless nights. We can all remember times when rather than embracing change, we braced for it. But I'm going to ask you now to take a good look at yourselves. Graduates, take a look at where you are and what you have become. If you look back and reflect, you will realize that many of those difficult transitions that you went through have actually brought you to this incredibly positive place in your life. But everything is easier in hindsight, right? Everything is easier in hindsight. It's one of those phrases that is so true it makes you want to roll your eyes, because the right decision is not always easily made in the moment. We're only human, so it's natural for us to hesitate. But when we hesitate, what might we be missing? French author Jules Renard once said, "If I were to begin my life again, I should want it as it was. I would only open my eyes a little more." Opportunities are always around us, we just have to be willing to look for them. So I ask you graduates, what risks did you take this year? How many moments can you remember where you really put yourself out there? And if none come to mind, maybe it's time to ask yourself why you didn't take those risks. What were your obstacles? Were you afraid to fail, or did you doubt yourself? I once heard someone say it's the worst kind of extravagance, spending your chances as if life goes on forever. Fight hard for those opportunities. Never forget that nerves will pass, and failure can be a stepping stone to something better. We're all worthy of opportunities. We just need to find that courage and that gumption to seize them when they're in front of us. I encourage all of you graduates here today to take Mr. Renard's advice and open your eyes a little bit more. Be willing to bet on yourself. We all took that chance when we enrolled at Bow Valley College, and thanks to hard work and maybe even a little luck, today that chance pays off. As graduates, we have so many new experiences awaiting us, new environments and new relationships. And of course, with all of those come new decisions to be made. So how do we stop ourselves from becoming overwhelmed along the way? I like to think that it comes down to finding the joy in our lives no matter what happens, and being true to ourselves. I don't think there's a single career in this world that doesn't have its moments of monotony. We will all have days where things feel repetitive and tedious even. That's when we need to make an extra effort to find joy. When the subject matter becomes dry, try changing your tone, and I know the HUCs are going to help me with this one. It's not file folders. It's file folders! Yeah, we're excited about it. And you'll find that the happiest people in life are the ones who aren't afraid to laugh at themselves. So look for the humor in every situation. Just as we can choose to be a positive person, we can also succumb to negativity. We've often heard that we are a direct reflection of the people we surround ourselves with. It's up to us to remember who we are and what's important to us. For one day, we might find ourselves unconsciously changing to fit in at a new workplace or within a group of coworkers. It's a shift so subtle that we don't notice it until somebody else points it out. When Marilyn Monroe's success became almost crippling, photographer Bruno Bernard sent pictures to her home. Bernard was known for photographing Marilyn when she was still referred to only as Norma Jean. His intention of sending her images from her first sitting was to remind her to retain the qualities that brought you success. And there's something about each and every one of us that has brought us to this point and that has gotten us this far. So even as we continue to grow, we remember to stay true to ourselves. On behalf of today's graduates, I would like to thank all of the families and friends who are in attendance. I would also like to extend sincere gratitude to the staff and faculty of Bow Valley College. You have all been our support systems through our programs. You have guided us, consoled us, encouraged us, and even given us a sharp dose of reality when it was needed. The best way we can repay you is to take our education and make the most of it. But for now, I hope you'll settle for applause. I'd like to thank the Chiu School of Business for giving me this opportunity to speak today. And to my peers, it's been an honor to represent you. Graduates, congratulations on all you have achieved, and best of luck to you in the future. Thank you.
Where is Stacey's family? Let's hear your voice.
Oh, my mom's right there.
Oh, right there. Okay. Hi, Mom. Didn't she do a great job? Stacey? On behalf of the graduating class of the Chiu School of Business, thank you so much for reminding us of the challenges and changes that students have experienced throughout their program and the optimistic attitude that they carry forward into their new careers. Thank you, Stacey.